76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge.
Anthony Edwards.
Yep, that one goes in there. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Maxey, no good. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Anthony Edwards.
Count that bucket.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Maxey looking it over. Around the back and lays it in.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Here's George. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And George gets it to go.
PG-13, using that length inside.
Here's Edwards. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
Assisted by
8 points for Anthony Edwards.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards' shot is good.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
The tray. Another three for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Edwards inside. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. The 76ers trail. Outside, Maxey. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. That one on Maxey. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The 76ers trailed by 5. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And here are the 76ers now. Following the 3 by Minnesota. Maxey into the lane. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
For 3, Edwards. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Maxey. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
From deep, George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 5. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Maxey with it. Julius Randle with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Timberwolves lead by 7.
15.
Live from Philadelphia.
22.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. And finished off by Martin.
The big man draws so much attention, so Embiid takes advantage of that and finds an open teammate.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Coming up to the floor for your 6th.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play.
I've got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Here's Alexander Walker. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Just 3 to shoot. Edwards, good.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Pass to Embiid. Outside for Lowry. Back to Embiid. From 15 feet away. And that one goes long. Timberwolves leading by 6. Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Shoots from the elbow. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And the basket by Edwards.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Outside, Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
And we've got a timeout.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
First half, 2 minutes.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 27. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Outside, Maxey. Outside, Gordon. George looking over the floor. Over Randall. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 8. And the rejection by Embiid.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
Here's Maxey. A three-pointer is right on target. Maxey's got 18 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's now 20 points for Tyrese Maxey. Mr. Gobert. Outside Conley. Embiid with the steal. And here's Maxey. He's got 20. We've got 22 seconds left for the first half. Now, here is George. Up and in on the layup. George has got his second basket.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Outside Edwards. There's the triple. And no good that time. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a one-point game. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And again, it's Minnesota.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Outside, Maxey traps in the tray. Maxey's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Edwards with the dunk of the night.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. And finished off by McDaniels.
These guys go flying through the air like that. I love it. McDaniels showing what he's got on the slam there.
Outside, George. Oh, good on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 3.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Outside, Maxey. Outside, George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Again, Philadelphia.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo for the tie. Rebound by the 76ers. Now Lowry. No scoring in this one. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Lowry will get his fair share of points in close. This guy's a grinder.
The 76ers have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Ingles in the corner. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Randall. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The 76ers leading by 5. Outside, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Smooth and consistent. That's how I describe George's three-point shooting.
Pass to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And nothing is falling for him right now. Inside. Outside for George. To the left wing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Drummond throws it down.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Pass to Alexander Walker. And there's the drive.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. 70. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Reed. Back to Edwards. The 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 8. Here's Lowry. Here's Council. Edwards defending. And the layup's good off the glass. Council's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the 76ers. Edwards with it. Offline from the high post. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Edwards. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 3. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And he nails the third. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Michael Conley. Edwards inside. Can't hit from in close. The 76ers leading by 7. And they double up Maxey. Embiid inside. Outside for Martin. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. The 76ers leading by 7. Outside, Maxey. Six on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Embiid. In the corner, it's Martin. Good on the three-point shot. Martin's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
The 76ers need to get off a shot. Martin for 3. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
Edwards looking it over. Frames the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. That one's on Eric Gordon.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
He throw good, Edwards.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Outside, Maxey. From deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Conley. Off target from three-point range.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Back to George. Tries it from 19. And he swishes it right through. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Pass to Maxey. Now George. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
For 3. Here's Maxey. Off target from outside. So the 76ers win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for